ever since I left the city. Ever city, ever city, ever city, ever since I left the city. Ever city, ever city, ever city, ever since I left the city. Ever city, ever city, ever city, ever since I left the city. Ever city, ever city, ever city, ever since I left the city. Ever since I left the city. Ever since I left the city.
Welcome back, you bunch of weirdos, to this, the FIFA 17 Manchester United career mode. And guys, I think it is that because it's the day after Thanksgiving that I say thank you to you. All freaking 21,000 of you. Thank you so freaking much, man. This is every single milestone on this on YouTube has been just absolutely incredible, and know that I appreciate every single one of you guys. All of you weirdos, I appreciate, and I kiss all of them butts. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead, get into this match. Hector Bellerin, we just kind of leaped over him in the last episode because we were gushing over Antoine Griezmann. Oh, Griezmann, you're so handsome. You're so good looking. Well, Hector Bellerin's pretty good looking too. And he's absolutely the fastest mofo on this planet. And that is the key thing in what you want in right back this year. Speed. You want the freaking Barry Allen Flash out there. And that is what he is. He is the Spanish Flash. We're going to go ahead and put him out on the right back side. We got Luke Shaw on the other. And it's going to be absolutely terrorizing for wingers. And I went ahead, I assessed the situation, and I think I'm going to go ahead and bring in Donald and Bolo Stahl on Tammy Abraham. The reason I chose him over Tammy Abraham is that I'm really liking life with Zlatan. Now, hold on, you'll be like, what are you talking about? Well, I'm liking life with Zlatan because he's a big, tall striker who can skill a bit. What is Mbolo? He's a right winger right now, but he can also play striker. Extremely quick, he's extremely strong, and he can skill. 4-star skill moves right here, 6'1". And I just want to say that just imagine him, 80 plus strength on one side, and then Martial on the other. Dear Lord. Speaking of dear Lord, David De Gea all of a sudden perking up, saying, hey, can we discuss wages? Heart in my mouth moment. Because this can only mean two things in career mode. One, he's like, okay, I offer him a new contract, and he's like, okay, cool. He doesn't even want any more length. He just wants more money. You greedy cunt. So I said, okay, fine. I'll give you that money. Don't fuck me on this, De Gea. Anyway, we're going to give Hector Bellerin his 24 that he wears over at Arsenal. Moving Fosu Mensah over to 18. You know, it's more of a CDM number. And then Donald Bolo, we're giving him his 36. His preferred 36, which he wears at Schalke now, and he used to wear at Basel. So, I love that, by the way. And we're keeping Antoine Griezmann at 7. Apparently, you guys have informed me that he wants 7. And that we should give him the long sleeves because he modeled himself after David Beckham. If that is true, he definitely wants to play for Manchester United in real life. It's only a matter of time. Antoine, we'd love you here. We'd absolutely love you here. We love a handsome number 7. Manchester United really loves a handsome number 7, and I think he'll fit in just fine. Anyway, guys, we got matches coming at you fast and furious, and this is what I'm talking about. David De Gea all of a sudden saying, I don't know about my future. I think I'm not going to sign a new contract and let it expire, and I'm moving on. David, come on, please. So I was desperate. I went in 350,000 a week, crucial first team, all of the schmishmash and the stuffings and the turkeys on top of it. But what's good about this is that we have 2 years left on his contract. So I went ahead and started scouting out Tchaikovsky, starting out Lafont. We're not going to bring him in this transfer window just because we don't need it right away. We have 2 years to renegotiate. Hopefully, sometimes he changes his mind. So we will see. We're going to go ahead, train up the lads. Rashford, very close on the cusp of getting 80 finishing, so he doesn't freaking crossbar it every single shot that he gets. But alas, we're going into this one up against Hull City. We skipped the one up against Birmingham. If you saw that really quickly, Mbolo freaking got a goal in the first minute of the first match he ever played for Manchester United. That was absolutely tremendous. Unfortunately, he will start on the bench for this one because the big boys are going up top. This is our first look at Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Antoine Griezmann starting up front for us. dastardly stuff up against Hull City. They don't know. But apparently they did know. Because look at Anthony Martial trying to ping it in from distance on his left foot, no doubt. That wasn't all too bad. Almost skipped in front of the keeper and could have bounced it. Now the man of the moment, Hector Bellerin, puts in a beautiful cross. But Zlatan, so much power, not so much placement. And I want to show at least one defensive highlight right there. So there's Chris Smalling killing it. And look at Martial. Beautiful run from Griezmann. Tucks it underneath his feet, but cannot get past Martial once again. Hey guys, Martial here. And there you go. Just barely. That would have been such a delightful goal for the Frenchman. And then this happens on the other end. I wanted to show at least one defensive, highlight to show that I'm not completely terrible on defense, because this is all user error right here. I moved Bailly totally out of the way, freeing up Robertson, the left back of all people, to score at point blank range up against David De Gea. Apparently he wants to move on 2 years. Why you do me like this, David? Why you do me like this? And we go into the first half down. But you guys all know, we are a second half team. Paul Pogba linking up right here. Does a little body feint to the inside. Finds an unmarked Griezmann, who absolutely scuffs it. Then Griezmann once again. Can he redeem himself? Berber spins to the inside. There he goes. Lovely, tucked away finish into the far post with his preferred left foot. And the Frenchman, number 7, just looks great. Look at that. I think United will like it. The last time we had a Frenchman don the number 7, it worked out pretty well. So yeah, let's bring back the collars, guys. Next season, can we get a collar on the freaking Manchester United kit, man? None of this new technology stuff, Adidas. We want collars. That is what the people want. But anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead. Unfortunately, drop points to Hull City. We just weren't ready. We were cocky. We thought we were the big stars and we could just walk in and walk out with 3 points. But it just wasn't going to happen, guys. It just was not going to happen. But we go ahead. We go through the final. We advance it on the final day. Nothing all too ceremonial. We get through it. We train it up. We are done now with the transfer window. And we advance it on, ladies and or gents, over to the youth squad. Looking through, not all too much. It's going to take something spectacular really to break into this team, but I do want to give like an episode or two to focus on the youth players. I've been doing this thing over the Ajax career mode where I like to profile one of these, like one of the good young players on the team. Would you like me to bring that over to Manchester United? Go ahead, vote in the poll right now. Which of these players would you like me to profile in the next episode? See if you guys like it. If it works here, and we'll move on. All right. Can we get that salty taste of a draw out of our mouths up against Watford? Watford, been a tough match recently, ever since coming up into the Prem. They've been, they got a lot of money. They got a decent amount of money to back them, and they're built pretty solidly. So this one was always going to be a little bit of a trap game. We're breezing through the league, guys. And if you know anything about FIFA 17, if you're on top of the league, it's way harder. The CPU has adaptive AI, so they play you a lot harder. They aren't out of position. It's not as easy for you to score goals, and they play you a lot more aggressively. As you can see, Agallo finding the woodwork. A little bit of a scary deal right there. Now Hector Bellerin, look at this, the speed to cut inside. Can he put in the finish? Not quite, but that just shows you a little glimpse of what he has to offer now. David De Gea forced into action. Back to, it was end-to-end stuff. Draxler goes ahead, gets fouled at the top of the box. Who is it? But Zlatan. Ibrahimovic off of the woodwork. Oh, that close to a Swedish delight. But no, it was not to be. And then Pereira going over the top and then scuffs it. Thankfully, had our defenders beat. Where were we? And then another, giving up some distance, taking it. Oh, just curved a little bit too close. And this is what I'm talking about. These freaking keepers were superheroes. Good link-up play right there between Zlatan and Antoine Griezmann, but still no end product, man. We're gonna have to work on this a little bit. Julian Draxler now going ahead, cutting inside, turns to win the body feint, gets taken down in the box. Hey, man, we weren't playing all that well. Sometimes you need a referee call. much like against Arsenal, we could have really used that referee call. But this one's clear cut. Zlatan sets up calm, cool. Skid saved once again. The keeper. Test that keeper. Test that keeper for steroids. Because I've never even heard of this guy. And he's making world-class saves. Julian Draxler going ahead, streaking in. Does a little bit of Robertson. Does nothing. Because freaking who is this Wits guy? Absolute stonewalling the superstars of Manchester United. Now Pogba cuts inside. Pings it. Another great save by Wits. Who is this man? And in the 90th minute, it looks like we're pretty much going to be offering up nothing. 2 draws in as many games. Voice crack. We got a dog's voice crack. That is a moment of ecstasy. The big man who's been quiet for the last couple of games, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, making up for his missed penalty earlier, stealing away the 3 points. It's not even Wits, it's hits. Who is this man? But the unbombable Hitsman goes ahead and goes down to a towering header. Zlatan Ibrahimovic wasn't even in the frame, came running in like Godzilla, skies above, and absolutely bulldozes a header into the top corner. What a monstrous header. Getting him his 10th goal in the EPL. And what a time to score it. In injury time, no less. It's Fergie time. Ugh. What a satisfying header. Like, my God. What a satisfying header right there. It was just like biting into a double bacon cheeseburger. I'm American. I'm fat. It's Thanksgiving. Just let me be fat. Life is short. Eat it up, ladies and gents. And we're going to go ahead, sim it through. Now, as you can see, we have, instead of having Rashford out on there, we have Donald Biambolo now to think. And then Dom DeHay all of a sudden said, about leaving the club, I don't know, I might stay or I might not. And alright, you got 2 years. We can't be flirting and pussyfooting around for 2 years. Just get on with it or not. I think it'll be fine. This is why you gotta renew the contracts early. If that's my big tip in this FIFA, renew contracts clearly at least 2 years before, because the last year they can screw you over. If they have only 1 year remaining on the contract, they'll be like, I'm gonna go, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. You can't loan them out. All you can do is transfer them, because if you don't, the board will sell them for like a quarter of the price, a quarter of the worth. It's ridiculous. Thanks EA. Thanks EA for putting that back in the game, because that's what we wanted. In career mode. Thanks a lot. Now Paul Pogba going ahead, going for a little bit of run, jauntiness, heel to heel flex, going through everybody, young boys, devastated, then Embolo gets taken down. No penalty? No penalty? Where have all the refs gone? Where have all the refs gone? Great little defensive move right there from Bai. Just want to go ahead and show you the quality. Then, just a little bit too far for Donald Embolo. And now it was end-to-end stuff too. Young boys, I thought we were breezers. A lot of youngsters starting this match, I must say. But our second team is better than most first teams. That's the way that I wanted to build this squad. And once again, we leave it up to the second half. And in the second half, a young Charmeleon evolved into a Charizard. Donald Embolo. And I don't want to embellish this, okay? Making it look easy right there. Scores his first goal. Didn't really think all too much about that. I'm going to be honest. And then something happened, man, that made me think that Donald Embolo might be the best attacking player that I've ever used in FIFA 17 career mode. And it's strange. It really is strange to say that, because I've used, I just started using Griezmann. But this is the first, remember, this is the first match that I've ever actually, he was in the match and I used him. And here, look at this. Look at him, strength, the hold off 3, cuts inside. He just waltzed through 3, and now he's giving, and then he goes ahead and dry humps the keeper, giving him the business. Young boy fans devastated, and just, it's the strength. Look, he shrugs off 2 defenders right there, who usually you get bowed. Here's the thing, is that usually you get pushed off when you're in the box. But because of Embolo's incredible strength, they just ping off of him. He's like a more agile, dribbling Lukaku. And his dribbling feels so good. Look at this. The strength to hold him off and try to get to him. Once again, holding off another one. Getting into the inside. And, oh, look at the trade of his finishing. Easily could have had a hat trick. And it's not like I'm not skilling. I'm not doing anything. It's just, he's a beast. He's a beast, and he's got the pace and the dribbling to back it up. Look at them. They can only take him down by dribbling. I mean, by tackling, bringing him down. So I was like, I'm force-feeding this kid. And this is just ridiculous. Fake shot to the outside, get on to the outside. As long as I got my body between him and the ball, goes bounty feints to the inside, goes around. The only one that can stop him is his own teammates. It's so ridiculous. Like, there are just certain stats that when combined together, the dribbling, the ball control, the pace, and the strength and stamina of Donnarumma Embolo and his size, his height and size, make him broken. It feels like it's broken. I mean, a lot of people talk about him and Martial on Ultimate Team as well, as that combination of strength this year is so important in this year's FIFA. And that was an eye-opener, man. I'm like, he might have felt better than Zlatan or Griezmann. I know we paid a lot for those guys. Well, we didn't pay anything for Zlatan, but you know, they're the big name. But Embolo was dominant, man. He was a beast. He's made me drop 2 octaves in my voice right now. That's how much of a man Embolo is. He's turned me into a man. That's kind of weird. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and advance it. Alright, enough of that. We're gonna go ahead and get into I'll put a vote up. Should, after that performance, the dominating performance, I don't know, I know to you guys it might look like he's just kind of walking around, but if you guys play a lot of FIFA, you'll understand that, like, that's very strange. That's incredibly strange. That's Doctor Strange levels, man. To just waltz in like that, to dribble through a defense like that. It is against young boys, not the highest amount of competition. Maybe I'll give him a start. Should I start him over Zlatan? Give Zlatan a little bit of rest in the EPL in the next match. I was playing him in that target man position, usually what Zlatan does. But let's go ahead and do a quick squad report since we finished early in this episode. Bailly up by +1. You can pause it at any time. Jonathan Tah up by +1. Let's see, Kurt Zuma going up to an 81. Dylan King and all these other guys. Whatevers. Mattiello up by +3. Luke Shaw up by +1. Fosumensa growing like the weed, we focused on him, up by +4. Fabinho up by +1. Kind of a forgotten man. Henry Mkhitaryan not really growing anymore. Should get him more play time. Donnarumma Embolo just came in, but still growing a little bit. Getting a couple of greens there. Suge Honda starting to degrade a little bit. Depay and Lingard out on loan. Paul Pogba up by +2. Fantastic stuff. He's a complete player. Under Herrera up by +1. Not all too bad. You can see a couple of guys sprinkled in there. Sol up by 3. Best player that I've used so far, I must say. But Embolo might give him a little bit of run. Anthony Martial up to 84. Heung-min Son up by 1. You know, Januzaj up by 1 on his loan spell over at Sunderland. Memphis Depay up by 1. He's over at Real Madrid. Julian Draxler up to 86. On prayer grown quite nicely. Well done, my son. Marcus Rashford up to an 80. Welcome to the 80 club, my son. And Zlatan Ibrahimovic going a little bit down, but still a beast. Antoine Griezmann just came in, grown by +1 in the sprint speed. Like to see that. James Wilson over at Derby. And there you guys freaking go. That is it. David De Gea up to a 91. That is it, boys. If you did enjoy, I most humbly ask that you hit that like button. The YouTube algorithms are all changed now, so it really does help me out if you guys do hit that like button, share it with your friends. My name is Being Honest. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Once again, thank you so much for 21,000 subscribers on the channel. Remember, stay yourself, stay humble, be weird, man. Be weird.